I told my husband I wanted a divorce. I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person. That is the reason why I have not left. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3. And I still don't know who I am.
Okay, I have to stop it here. You're not going to find yourself by breaking the most sacred vow that you've made to your husband and destroying your children's sense of stability and your marriage and your home this way. You're not going to find your true self that way. This is the me focus of our culture today. The way we understand ourselves in the end is by being in right order before God and other people. And if you're married, as this woman freely chose to get married and is married, as she's expressing in this video, then part of your identity is wife, and she's clearly mother. Part of your identity is mother. And you can live out your wife and being a mother in many different ways. Marriage is for life. You are married. You have made that promise. And so you are actually being untrue to yourself, violating yourself by rejecting your husband and rejecting your marriage and ultimately rejecting the family that you built together. And I'm speaking this out of love because she's about to destroy her life, her marriage, and harm her children and harm her relationship with God. Let's just pray for all marriages. They're under major attack today. God's way is always going to be better. We follow that path, we will discover the greatest meaning and joy and peace, and any other path that the world may be offering us is a lie.
I'm a flight risk. I don't think they're ready for the shit.
And here we go. The worst mistake a man could ever make is by putting a child in an angry, disagreeable, venomous woman. That's hell. That is hell on earth because we love our children.
Meanwhile,
please, Wemby, if you ever see me, we need to create these kids. I'm 6'7", you're 7'4".
Kids would be 9'6".
God damn, that's a big bitch.
I may be a slut, but I still have feelings, okay? And I catch feelings too.
STDs, mommy. You don't catch feelings. You catch STDs. And the feelings that you are feeling, that's that burning sensation down there in the chochin. Vete!
Let me show you how nothing is real. Step number 1. Hold on. Womp. They were fake. Of course they were fake. Yeah, fake. Step number 2, get those out of my eyes. Get out of my eyes. Dang things. Dang little thing. Step number 3. Numero 3. All-time personal favorite step right here. Gonna be some makeup wipes. This is gonna feel so good. I'm so excited. Step number, I don't even know.
What is that?
Glue. Also
what
another
the fuck is that?
Because it feels too dang good. And here's the finished look.
What the fuck is that?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
The standard for men just got raised. I went on a date last night. He's gonna see this, and that's what makes it all the more funny. I'm going on a girls trip in like 2 weeks for my birthday, and he was like, oh, what are you doing for your birthday? And I was like, oh, nothing, I'm going on a girls trip. And he was like, give me your phone. Takes my phone, opens my Venmo, scans my Venmo thing, and Venmos me $300 with the caption, so men don't buy you drinks in Miami. That is literally insane, but why do I love it?
Absolutely pathetic. Beta male of the week goes to whatever guy sent her $300. And it's so funny because I know he's gonna see this. I hope you see this video too. You piece of shit. Fuck you. Traitor to man.
The bro code.
For many years we had heard Barney quote the bro code. A list of do's and don'ts for all bros.
Meanwhile,
so I'm getting ready to go cheat on my boyfriend right now, so let's get ready. And for more details, I am gonna go cheat on him with his brother.
But wait!
There's more!
Women supporting women is oftentimes covert sabotage. Like, women are incredibly competitive, perhaps even more than men, but they don't allow themselves to show it, so it all has to be under the table. I talked before about how there was that study where they found that female hairdressers will kind of like sabotage their client's haircut and tell them that they should get it really short if they think that their client is prettier than them. I think girls do this with relationship advice. They'll tell their friend, like, break up with that guy, you could do better, or like, no, you should explore, sleep around, you got all the time. Meanwhile, she's like 34 or whatever. Instagram photos where they post and it's unhealthy, and then everyone's like, perfect the way you are, don't change anything, love you so much. It's like, I don't know, it seems blatantly obvious there's a nefarious energy behind many of those comments, many of those suggestions. I'm not saying that there's never girls genuinely supporting other girls. It's just, you can feel that there's something wrong with the energy. It doesn't feel.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
But wait! There's more!
Lauren's asleep now, I think. So I'm going to sleep. Okay, I love you. I love you so much.
Alright, I don't know who the this is, but I will you up!
Lauren!
What?
Lauren!
God, Lauren. Lauren, it's Nikki. Thanks.
Mom, sorry. It's fine.
And put her back on the phone.
Mom, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm sorry. Mom.
No, it's not
Mom.
I'm coming there right now.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Oh my god, he's not following any girls on Instagram. He's such a catch. Girl, it's almost 2026. These dusty boys have evolved, okay? Check your Snap score. They're not adding these girls on Instagram. They're adding them all on Snap because we can't see that. Don't fall for it. Check your Snap score. Is over 400k? Does he save everything you send him on Snap? When you call him, is it always on Do Not Disturb his phone? These are all signs of the new and improved dusty loser guys, okay? They've evolved. They're not adding girls on Instagram because we can see that. Just don't fall for it. 2026, don't fall for this, all right? Just think about yourself. Don't worry about these guys. Block them all, I swear. They're just trying to bring you down.
That's not entirely accurate.
I absolutely hate when y'all say there's a man out there that can do any and everything under the sun for you. They're all ugly. They're all ugly. I refuse. Ah! Quit saying it. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. And the ones that's not ugly, already take it.
Sweetheart, when you do that like that, like your wig is, you know what? Never mind, because you ain't gonna listen to me. On to more pressing matters. When are some of them gonna realize that they just don't qualify for what they want? I done made so many videos about this very topic, and the only thing that is apparent to me is you aren't who you think you are. No, the men are not taken. They just don't want you. It has everything to do with you and nothing to do with them. Ask yourself this question. On a planet of 8 billion people, I can't find one of them to give me what it is that I'm looking for. And to be fair, because I know you don't have access to all 8 billion, I'll cut it down to about 100 million people. So out of 100 million people, you can't find one that you deemed attractive enough, with a character good enough to build a relationship and a family with? And you want me to believe it's all those 100 million and not you? You're not the issue. The real estate that Delusion has taken up in her brain is unfair. Yeah, it has taken more space in her brain than a fat bitch in a Mini Cooper, and it is unfair. You know why? Because the average men that she actually does qualify for are looking for partners. And here she is online talking about all the good men are taken. No, sweetheart, you will never get one of those guys. You simply just don't have what they are looking for. But like any other video, yep, they ain't gonna listen to me because I'm just a normal guy. Now keep the change.
And here we go.
I to be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
In that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Well, you can't say. Listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
if he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No. It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I said perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath. Under oath.
That stated a
when did he testify to something that he lied about? It's a statement made, a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is. Perjury is a false
I know exactly what perjury means. I know what perjury means. Are we done
no,
here?
You don't.
Is it a criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be
I didn't say that. That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said.
I said
that no, I didn't. You
yes,
said
you
that.
did. You stated
I said that circuit.
You stated.
Shut up, bitch.
Hi, bro. You want to hear it? I'll tell you.
Yeah.
All right. I come home after spending the afternoon with my niece. Okay, she's 6 years old, and we were doing glitter crafts. She hugs me goodbye, and that's it. Brazil sees 3 specks of glitter on my neck and flips out, like full-on meltdown. Accuses me of going to a strip club. I told her the truth. She's not having any of it. She says, oh, I've seen this before. She knows the signs. Next thing I know, she's driving out my clothes, calling me a liar, telling me I'm just like every other man she's dated, wouldn't listen to anything, wouldn't even look at me, just kick me out.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Brazil, you didn't just get it in your head. You packed my bags and you tossed me out like I cheated on you in 4K or something.
Yeah, because I lived this before. You know, the glitter, the excuses, I've seen it, and every single time that I ignored it, guess who got played?
And let's talk about that glitter, since you made such a big deal about it. That's how we met, sweetheart, at the club. You were a stripper. You were covered in glitter when I walked in. You gave me a dance, then you gave me your number, and I didn't judge you for a second. But the second you thought I might have done something shady, with zero proof, mind you, you lost your mind. You humiliated me, you trashed me, and now you want to hit the rewind like none of it happened. And I stood by you when everyone else judged you, and you didn't even give me a chance to defend myself. So no, Brazil, no, you don't get off the hook. You don't even get back in the boat, because I already forgave you for who you used to be, but you couldn't forgive me for who I never was.
Wow, man. Damn.
In this era of my life, I am not doing 50-50 with no man. I'm doing 70-30. He can pay the big bills, and I pay the small ones.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Like utilities, car insurance, wherever the case may be. I just feel like it's
it's being looked at as a bad thing that a woman doesn't want to do 50-50, but considering like when I was a young girl, my granddad took care of my grandma. She never had to work. And back in the day, that was like an actual thing. When a man can retire his wife or his woman, he made it in life, you know. But now it's like that's not even a goal in life for men anymore. They don't want to be provider or protector.
Can we get serious now?
What do you feel is a decent amount to spend on the first date?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
What? You don't think it matters?
No.
The internet is going to come for you heavily for this.
I think these girls that feel like the date that they take you on defines the man that they chose, they're full of crap. It's absolute BS. I think that it's a woman that's looking for the bigger, better deal, that has the audacity to say, I can't believe you want to bring me to the Cheesecake Factory. They're dating scammers that literally go on a date every night just to be able to eat something. You're lucky you're eating tonight because you probably can't afford to do it yourself. These men don't give money, they give bags these days, and you can't eat that. So be grateful that you got some food. And be grateful that a man put in enough effort to take you somewhere. And that's the problem. I personally feel like that's the problem with today's day and age. Like, a lot of men are becoming lazy in dating. They're becoming lazy in the pursuit because there's no appreciation for what they do. I'm sorry, but Instagram photos on, no. Homegirl, be grateful that that man put in some effort. And you know what? The more appreciation that you choose, the better treatment you'll get.
Bar.
That's what I think.
Bar.
I don't think the amount of money matters. I think that just do something that you like. If that man likes you, you like to go. Take me salsa dancing. It's free on Wednesday nights before 10 o'clock. And then it's $10 to get in. And I would love that. Buy me a bottle of water because it does get hot and I do sweat.
I like this one.
You know, and now women have these super high entitlement level thoughts that they deserve to be brought to freaking Bora Bora on their first date. And it's like, who are you to even ask for that? What value have you brought to that man? It's audacity. It's the audacity for me.
Audacity for me.
And on top of that, you should want to be friends with the person that you're choosing anyway. If I don't like you, I'm not going on a trip with you. Or let's go for a walk in the park. Or let's sit in a car and eat ice cream and talk about aliens. You know, like whatever it may be. But that's because, are you out here just trying to go on nice dates? Or are you out here trying to get to know a person for partnership in life?
I wish I could just microphone drop.
I'm serious.
You went off. I'm just over here.
I'm just frustrated.
I know you saw how I was looking at you. I was just like, she's going on.
I'm frustrated because women are ruining good men by acting like they deserve more than they do.
Damn.
A lot of these women out here really don't have nothing coming.
Damn. How do you, okay. Well, Jesus Christ.
At least that was a straight answer.
Right.
We didn't dance around that one.
Huh.
And the truth shall set you free.
Say something controversial. Men need to stop taking women on dates. I'm so done with this fraud. Get your best friend and take her out of here. You need to stop going on date. I'm going to say why. You should never take a woman out on a date that you don't have vested interest in and that you're not sure she has a vested interest in you. Stop trying to disillusion her with your money, your resources, your ability to buy her roses and all that dumb stuff. That's not dumb. Disillusion me, baby, all day.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
I forgot my wallet. I'm not gonna be able to pay for the food.
Oh, don't worry, baby, I got you.
You do?
Yeah. There you go.
What? You brought my wallet?
Yeah. You're welcome. You got us.
My nigga.
Currently on my way home from a date. First date of 2026. And I have no problems posting this because he told me he doesn't have TikTok. And honestly, even if he did, I wouldn't give a if he saw this. Because this man decided to psychoanalyze everything about me. Everything. He and I met in the wild. We met playing kickball. And we had a really great time. And I was like, oh my God, he's like kind of cute. And like we were having fun. So we decided to go on a date. So we did. And as the date's going on, we're having a lovely time. I'm having a great time. But then he starts getting a little drunker. And that's when the truth starts to really come out. And he was like psychoanalyzing me. And literally was like, I bet you're on anxiety meds. And I was like, yeah, I am. Like, how'd you come to that conclusion?
Nice.
He's like, you just give those vibes. He was like, you're clearly a very sheltered person. You're clearly somebody who thinks you know everything and like has seen the world, but you don't know anything. And then he just starts going on and on and on about all the things that he's decided about me. In 2 hours, he's decided all of this about me to make me feel bad about myself. I have no idea. And he was like, then trying to question me, oh, how many relationships have you been in? I'm like, that's none of your business. He's like, I bet you've been in a lot of situationships but don't ever have a boyfriend. And I was like, wow, you really just have me all figured out.
Well, doggy, can I do something?
So how is that supposed to make me feel? Like, I know I probably shouldn't be like looking into it. Like, maybe he's just not interested. But I'm like, did he look at my Instagram and think I was ugly? Like, I am really having a hard time with dating, and I don't know how to like make that not about me, because that really hurt my feelings. Like, what? I just don't understand these freaking men. I am so over this. Like, I don't want to be doing this. And I know this is how you find people, but like, at what cost?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Has a new feature where you can get a female-only driver. That means women are so afraid of getting assaulted by men that they're willing to get in a car accident on the way home.
I was too trusting of women. I believed that women was actually suffering, that women actually was victims. I come to realize that a lot of women like this pain. They choose this pain. They want to go through the things that they're going through. Women don't want to change. They don't want a better world. They just want men to do what they want them to do. They want men to change. Women don't want to change. Women just want men to change. Women just want to control men.
There's a place you gotta go for learning all you ought to know about the facts of life. The facts of life.
Once you've dated a certain caliber of man, that's kind of going to be your benchmark. And then the guy who you end up perhaps being with, the guy who you can actually get commitment from, you're going to almost hold that guy in contempt because you almost feel like you're settling, when in reality, despite your ability to procure casual relationships with men who are really attractive or who have a lot of money or who have high status, of course these men would never commit to you. The guy who's actually on your level, you're going to think that because you were able to secure those men for, albeit casual, you think that that's your level, that's your league, but that's not your league. Your league as a woman is the man that you can get commitment from, the man that you can get marriage from, not the guy who you can, because you can a really high status dude, you can a rich guy, you can a really hot dude, does not mean you'll be able to get commitment from a guy who's on that level.
That's very true.
He ain't lying.
I done been with a man that showed me off, and I done been with a man that didn't show me off. And I will be the first to say I would prefer the man that didn't show me off, for the simple fact is he protected the relationship. He made sure I ain't play by me, he ain't play by me, and the people around me didn't play by me. I don't give about that social media. I don't even be knowing y'all. So you putting me on social media to tell the world how much you really love me when I need to be the one to know that you love me? Y'all can have that commercial. And then you around and tag me in a post, talk about you apologize for cheating and you hope I take you back. Delete it before I do something to you and your whole family.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
There should not be no-fault divorce. And here's what's interesting about modern day feminism. They want equality everywhere but in the court. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
Right. They don't want equality in the court system. So I think that's funny that they want all this equality, but they still want alimony. They still want child support. They still want half of the man's assets. But if it's equal, what we bring in is what we take out. We split the children 50-50. Like 50%, 1 week your week, 1 week my week, but they don't want that. So I think that's really interesting that, like I said, they don't want to be drafted for wars.
No shit.
You know, I love how these questions are starting to come fast and furious. The ladies are in full-blown panic. Because the answer to the question is, of course it's true. Men are done. The good men have walked away from dating and relationships. They've realized there's no benefit to them. So why bother? And what that's left for you all is the Chads, Tyrones, Kyles, or whatever is the fashionable name of the day to label them as, who will be more than happy to help you increase your body count as many times as you wish. They're not going to be interested in a relationship with you. You're just a number to them, just like they're a number to you. And it's also going to leave the less secure guys, the ones who think that by pandering to your every wish, that somehow will get you to want to be in a relationship with them, when, as you know and the real men know, that's never going to work, because you don't respect men like that. You mock them, you make fun of them, you'll use them, but once you're done playing with them, you'll toss them aside like yesterday's garbage, which leaves you with no one. There's literally no men that are actually going to be in relationships with you, at least not men that you want. It's what you wanted, lady.
You're goddamn right.
Half of Gen Z men no longer actively even trying to date. They're not even trying. And so the question is, well, why is that happening for women? Women, first off, are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men, and that usually means older men. In addition, when young women are lonely, they have much better social networks. They have much stronger friend networks, whereas guys become kind of lone wolves and kind of literally sequester from everyone and everything.
I had a question this year. I talked to 3 in jail. I was drinking pregnant, but I didn't know. I had 3 this year. I went to jail. I had a in jail. I had a with my car. I pulled up to my side house, beat his and went to work a 12-hour shift. All them 3 had a key to the house. I got out of jail and got a DUI 2 weeks later. I became an alcoholic and got kicked out of school. I stayed with after he cheated on me in jail.
What in the actual fuck?
I was literally at a restaurant, yeah, and I could clearly tell that this guy that was sitting right there, he clearly fancied me, yeah, because he kept like, I don't know, do you know when you can tell, innit? Bro, like, if you like, just talk to me, like, talk to me then. The fuck? Like, why do men never approach me? Bro, like, god damn.
It's science.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
When do you ideally want to settle down with a man?
Obviously, everybody says this, but it's whenever I find the right guy. I would love to settle down at least in my early 20s and have kids by 25.
So you'd find more value in raising a family than you would being at the top of your career?
I would say yes, because let's say if I find a good guy and I'm doing this career stuff, I would stop my career because I know I found me someone who's going to be there for me.
Thank you.
$300?
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Am I hitting tonight?
No?
So 2 checks then? So 2 checks then?
I fear that the man I'm talking to, I'm his first baddie.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Great job, guys. Good job. Hey, guys, do something. What are you doing? You trying to kiss me? Well, come on. Psych.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Rise of women who were proud to be hoes. Like, this was something that just sort of, I was going, where are we going with this? How is this going to be beneficial in the end? It just became so extreme where we were being told that, like, taking off your top, walking down the street naked, talking about how many men you sleep with was supposed to be empowering. I cannot think of a more degrading article that I have read in recent years than the one that was recently published by Emily Rodkowski, who I wrote about in my book as one of these emblems of modern feminism. The one that she just published for The Cut. I decided to F my way into a new kind of woman. I wanted to destroy the Madonna, the special girl that I had worked so hard to be before an 8-pound baby had torn my nether regions into two and replaced her with that's another word for slut that she has here that I don't want to say. And she writes, quote, let's give them a taste of their own medicine. I joke with friends. I thought I would get some great sleeping around and a few funny stories on the way to go. Quote, one of her friends says to her, sometimes you're like a 40-year-old divorcee and other times you're like a 22-year-old slut, my friend said, after watching me in shorts and lip liner navigate the cliquish politics of school drop-off. Was I punitive, making many men suffer for the crimes of one? I honestly didn't care. So she's intentionally underdressing to pick up a 5-year-old child because she wants to punish men by having them look at her in short shorts and, I don't know, lip gloss and lip liner. When I tell you this article, it's so disturbing to me that anybody could read this and think that she is doing anything other than ruining her life. This comes from a place of severe, in my view, severe depression, maybe an extension of having some like postpartum disorder. She described having a pretty traumatic birth. And like now she has decided that the way that she's going to reclaim her power is by sleeping through half of Manhattan. I just really want to encourage in the strongest terms possible for the young women who listen to this podcast, very many of them who listen to this podcast, not to take this route in life. This leads to absolute misery. It's passive aggressive. I think she's probably arrived at the conclusion that many men will sleep with her and they will continue to do that because men are designed that way, but will not take her seriously as a life partner. But I think the part that upset me the most is knowing that she is a mother. And truly, I hope she gets the help she needs because I've been saying for a long time, there should be a clinic for women like this. And whatever she has going on, it is positively clinical. And that woman is miserable. I intend on opening a hoe clinic. Yes, a rehab for hoe.
I want to be a hoe.
Before you pay, we're actually giving a discount today if you look pretty. Can you do 360 for us? It's still 464. Thank you.
Wow.
All right, this may be the best takedown of core feminist ideology I have ever seen. Check this out.
Can I ask you a question, Stephen? Would you take a 3-year career break? Would you be able to do that?
To solely raise children, I would not want to.
You would struggle. And the thing is that no one is judging Stephen for saying that. But if I said just couldn't do it, people would be like,
but men and women are different. Stephen could say other things which would have people's jaws on the floor. Like, I don't want to financially support my wife and child. I think people would be quite shocked by that. I mean, we just have different expectations from mothers and fathers.
There was a study that was done where fathers and mothers lay in bed together. When the baby cried, almost nearly every time the mother woke up in the middle of the night to the baby's cries and the father slept through it. When there was a rustling of leaves outside the window, the fathers woke up and the mother slept through it because of the predatorial threat.
All right, so you guys see the trick? She compares men's privileges to women's responsibility. That is the trick that works over and over again. And what these women did to counter that was they were comparing women's responsibilities with men's responsibilities. And then all of a sudden you see this magical reality emerge, which is we are actually a team. Men and women were designed to build families together, and we are very different. And comparing women's responsibilities with men's privileges is always going to stir up resentment. And resentment is the key to destroying the family and destroying marriages. And so the only way you can come out of resentment is to correctly understand that we need to compare, if we're going to compare, men's responsibilities with women's responsibilities and men's privileges with women's privileges. And we'll see that they are roughly equal and that we were designed to work together.
Like a girl and she has a kid, what are you gonna do?
You find a way not to like her anymore.
You're done! Go out! You're out of here! Go far away!
Well, duh.
Learned that all men do, and this isn't a personal thing, this is something I learned just like by hearing stories and stuff like that. I learned that all men do is lie, cheat, and love bomb. There's no in between, because if you're not being a liar, you're not being a cheater, then you're love bombing, because
A lot of people are choosing not to have kids these days. Do you feel like they're selfish?
They're stupid.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
They're stupid.
Stupid.
Absolutely.
Why are they stupid?
They're stupid because children are a blessing, you know?
Do you feel like it's selfish of them or responsible?
I honestly
Selfish.
think no. I think it's somewhat
Selfish.
responsible only because of today's
I think it's
world.
selfish.
It's more responsible when you realize that everybody that's here, the last 2 generations have been retarded.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Does a girl's body count matter and why?
I do think body count definitely matters. I think the higher the better, in my opinion. I'm gonna put it this way. Are you gonna take boxing lessons from the guy who has 1,000 fights or from the guy that just started boxing? I want my boxing lessons from Muhammad Ali. 1,000,000 fights. The higher the body count, the better, my experience. I want an expert next to me.
One of our coworkers just came up to Hannah and I and goes, you know, I was thinking about it, and like when you have a girlfriend, that's like scary. You have to like hang out with a girl alone. And we were like, oh. And he's like, then I was thinking about it. When you get married, like you have to like spend like a lot of time alone. Do you know that's crazy?
I mean, it's a valid point to bring up.
Not really.
No, so you cannot blame me for the actions that I've done. Okay. You can't blame me because I am doing everything that I can to survive because I wasn't given good cards like you in life, okay? I have to work hard. I have to beat it. So I have tried so hard to make it where I have now, okay?
Wait, so Lexi, so that gives you the right to talk to other guys? You can't be in a committed relationship?
Surprise, motherfucker. During the Me Too era, the message was clear. Don't approach me. Don't talk to me. Don't message me. Just leave me alone. And guess what? Men actually did. They stopped approaching. They stopped chasing. They stopped risking rejection or cancellation just to say hi, just to give you a compliment. Now the data's showing it. A new national survey found singles only went on about 1.7 dates in person in the entire year. Men averaged about 2, women just 1.5. And over half of all singles spent nothing, $0 on dating last year. Now here's the twist. Women save more money when they're in relationships because most of the time the man's covering the dates, the bills, the lifestyles, or at least, splitting it, right? But men are saving more than ever by staying single. No dinner, no dates, no gifts, no stress, just peace and a heavier wallet. But now the same women who said, leave me alone, are starting to complain that men don't approach them anymore. It's like you got what you asked for, but didn't like the results. So what do you think? Is this independence or loneliness in disguise? Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep, wake up out of your sleep, wake up, I command you in the name of Jesus, wake up out of your sleep, wake up out of your sleep. The Lord told me to tell you, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, stop crying and wake up, stop worrying and wake up, stop fretting and wake up. God's getting ready to get ready, to get ready, to get ready. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! In the balcony! Wake up! In the choir stand! Wake up!
Overnight would be about 1,000.
Okay.
I got you. 1,000?
Okay, we got you.
Oh, that's low?
And then
Per hour?
My phone died.
Per hour is about
Send her
400.
1,000. Hey, you still need it. I'm dead.
And sorry, you said 1 hour is how much?
Oh,
hey, send me
400.
1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, charge my phone.
I got you.
We got to charge my phone charger. I'm sending you 1,000.
All right.
You stay with me now.
Oh.
I'm dead ass.
Okay.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Women yell, just say the same thing, which is my line always, which was...
They're so bad.
Well, a friend of mine taught me this, which was women yell at you, no offense. But when women yell at you, just say the line, I don't understand.
Really?
And they just keep saying it, and then they leave. They'll say something to you, and you go, I don't understand.
They don't like it when you ask questions about what they mean. They really don't like that either.
Just say, I don't understand, it'll be gone in 5 minutes.
They don't like it when...
What?
Nice, you got nice hair still.
It goes through a lot, to be honest, and it still stays looking like this.
Pigment? What do you mean it goes for a lot? What do you mean?
Well, like when I've gone through a lot of men.
It's not looking good, bruv. Where are you from, like, area-wise?
You want to know? I'm from Chiswick, West London.
Chiswick?
Yeah.
You don't sound like you're from Chiswick.
Where do I sound like I'm from then?
Romford or something.
Romford? No.
Yeah, you don't sound like you're from Chiswick.
Gosh. What's he on about?
Matty,
Where are you from?
Ealing.
Ealing! Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're neighbours! Oh my god, we're neighbours!
Thank God I don't live there anymore.
It's funny because it's true.
If you feel like the woman is letting herself go, ask yourself, am I loving her correctly to the point that she wants to show up as her best self? Sometimes it's not your man doing anything wrong. We deal with a lot of mental stuff. I need you to come and fight for me. Keep me safe from myself so much that I don't get to attack myself.
She said we gotta help her from fighting herself. So if you don't know what's wrong with you, how am I supposed to help you? Women need to wake up and at least hold themselves accountable. This experience that they speak of, that you're gonna just make them feel so magical when they don't know what's wrong with them, that you have to go find out what it is. So they're gonna blame you for everything. They want to be respected as adults but treated like children.
It's an evil world we live in.
I wish women really understood nowadays how horrible we present ourselves on social media and publicly when it comes to conversations about money and men making money. It blows my mind whenever I come across a post on social media of a woman who announces her pregnancy and she's pregnant by like a rapper, like a pro athlete or something. And there are thousands of comments from women under that post saying, God, please, when is it going to be my turn? Lord, please send me my millionaire. There are whole pages on TikTok and Instagram dedicated to teaching women how to sniff out millionaires and how to sniff out men with money. I just want to know, how do we get to this place collectively as women? Not, Lord, please send me a man of values, a man of morals, a man of integrity, a man who will commit himself to me, a man who will love me, honor me, respect me, a man who will be a good example for my children, a man who will lead my family properly. No. Just send me a man who's a millionaire and I'm gonna figure the rest out on the back end. Imagine being a good man. Imagine being one of the men that I just described. A man who wants to find a wife, a man who is all of those things. And you go on social media and you're scrolling through the comments and this is what you see. This is what you have to choose from. This is what you see the mindset of modern women as. And then one of the most ridiculous responses to this that I've seen whenever women are challenged on these things, the response is always, well, half of the men who are worrying about it, they're broke anyway. They won't have to worry about a woman trying to use them for their money because they don't have any. That is not the point, sweetie. That's not the point. Your mentality as a woman, especially a woman who is considering having children or who has children, should not be financial status first, integrity, character second. It is so sad to me how the modern dating market and the overall tone of the modern dating market is that of entitlement and what's in it for me. People place way too much emphasis on financial status. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a partner who is financially stable. There's nothing wrong with wanting security. But when you are placing monetary gain over the very fabric of what a relationship is and a family foundation is supposed to be, you have got things very wrong. And you really need to check yourself.
Feminism came for your wife. Transgenderism comes for your kids. Feminism, it paves the way for transgenderism because feminism wants to eradicate the gender distinctions that God created, and then transgenderism leads to gender confusion. Feminism came for your wife. Transgenderism comes for your kids. Socialism comes for your wealth. This is all an assault not just on the nation, but on God and men.
The other day I went to a steakhouse for a friend's birthday and she ordered a steak and the waitress goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I'm like, that's a weird way to order it, but whatever. So she asked my friend, "How do you want your cow cooked?" My friend says, "I want it medium rare," or something like that. And so then I wasn't in the mood for a steak. I wanted a hamburger. I'd been craving a hamburger. So I order, you know, the cheeseburger. And she goes, "How do you want your cow cooked?" And I kind of like awkwardly look at my friend because I was like, I feel really embarrassed. Do I point out that it's not cow? Like, hamburger is a pig. Everyone knows ham comes from pig. So I joked back. I was like, well, I want my pig cooked well done. You're not supposed to eat pork like uncooked. Everybody knows that. That's why it's always been super weird to me that people will get like red in the middle on their burgers. And so she looks back at me and she goes, "You mean your cow?" And I'm like, I don't know how to have this conversation right now. Like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to educate you kindly. And I was like, sure, my cow. But it was so bizarre. I'm like, how do you not know? It's literally in the name. It's a hamburger. There's no hope for the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
As a man grows older, he starts to appreciate peace over beauty, because a woman will be pretty only for a while, but a woman who brings peace will be pretty for life. Remember, a man settles where he has peace.
Started pouring Remy cause I'm getting sick of hints. If I write a book about my life, don't know where I begin. Couple L's thrown at me, I took them on the chin. Used to see me taking losses, they surprised a nigga win. The longer I live, I'ma lose myself. And if I had choose me or you, then I'ma choose myself. A higher power in mind is worth me more than wealth. Hit a couple licks on your brody, I gotta use my scalp. Foreign belt wrapped around my jeans, it's hard to hold.